Most people assume starting a company in Palau is complicated, expensive, and only meant for large investors or legal experts. And because of that assumption, they never even explore it properly. But here's the truth no one tells you. The process is actually structured, predictable, and once you understand the steps clearly, you can legally register a company in Palau without confusion or unnecessary delays. But here's the real problem. Most failures don't happen because the system is difficult. They happen because people choose the wrong structure, ignore compliance rules, or submit incomplete documentation from the beginning. So in this video, you are going to learn the complete step-by-step process to start a company in Palau in 2026. And stay with me, because in a few minutes I'll show you the one mistake that causes most applications to get delayed or rejected without warning. Now let's start from the foundation. Before you register anything in Palau, you need to understand the types of business structures available. This is where most beginners make their first mistake, and that mistake can affect taxes, liability, banking approval, and even long-term business stability. In Palau, the most common structures include sole proprietorships, partnerships, and corporations. Each one serves a different purpose depending on your business goals and risk level. Let's simplify this. If someone like John wants to open a small local cafe or retail shop in Koror, a sole proprietorship might be enough. It is simple, fast, and inexpensive. But here's the downside. There is no legal separation between personal and business liabilities. If the business owes money, John is personally responsible. Now imagine someone like Alex, who wants to build an online consulting business, serve international clients, or scale operations over time. In that case, a corporation makes more sense because it separates personal assets from business risk and improves credibility when working with banks and partners. Now here's where it gets interesting. In a minute, I'll show you how choosing the wrong structure can quietly block your ability to open a business bank account or receive international payments, even if your company is fully legal. Now let's move to the first official step. Step 1 is choosing and registering your company name. In Palau, company registration is handled through government business registration offices. Your company name must be unique and cannot be identical or confusingly similar to an existing registered business. So the process begins with a name search. You submit your proposed name, and the registry checks availability. If approved, the name is reserved, while you complete the incorporation process. Now here's a mistake many beginners make. They rush this step and choose names that sound creative but are not practical for long-term business use. For example, overly generic names or names that are difficult to verify can create problems later when dealing with banks or international clients. And here's a retention moment for you. In a few minutes, I'll show you how your company name can directly affect banking approval and even your ability to receive international payments smoothly. Now once your name is approved, you move to incorporation. This is where your company becomes a legal entity. To incorporate a company in Palau, you need to prepare official documents. These typically include articles of incorporation, details of directors and shareholders, a registered office address, and your share structure. Let's break that down simply. Your articles of incorporation define the legal foundation of your company. It includes your business purpose, governance rules, and operational framework. Your directors are the individuals responsible for managing the company. This can be one person or multiple people depending on your structure. Your shareholders are the owners of the company. If you fully own the business, you are the sole shareholder. Your registered office is the official address where legal documents and government correspondence are sent. Now here's where most people struggle. They assume incorporation requires complex legal drafting or expensive lawyers. But in reality, most incorporation processes follow standardized government templates. The real challenge is accuracy and completeness. But here's the catch. Even small mistakes like inconsistent names, missing identification documents, or incorrect addresses can delay approval significantly. And this is where many applicants lose time without realizing it. The system is not complex. It is detail-sensitive. Now let's move forward. In Palau, depending on your business activity, you may also need additional licenses or permits. This is especially true for regulated industries such as tourism, fishing, import-export, or financial services. Now here's where it gets interesting. Many beginners assume all businesses are treated the same. But Palau, like many countries, regulates certain industries more strictly due to economic and environmental importance. So understanding your business category matters before you submit your application. Now once your documents are prepared, they are submitted to the business registry. If everything is correct, your company is approved, and you receive your certificate of incorporation. This is the official legal document confirming your company exists in Palau. Now pause here for a second, because this is important. At this stage, many people believe they are fully operational. But they are missing critical steps required for banking, tax compliance, and real business operations. And in a moment, I'll show you what happens if you try to open a bank account without preparing properly. Now, let's talk about taxation. In Palau, businesses may be subject to local tax laws depending on structure, income level, and activity type. The system is relatively simple compared to larger countries, but compliance is still required. Now here's where beginners get confused. They think small island economies mean no tax obligations at all. That is not accurate. You still need to comply with local tax registration and reporting requirements. So clarity matters here. Now let's add another layer. If you plan to hire employees in Palau, you must follow local labor laws. This includes fair wages, employment contracts, and compliance with labor regulations. Now, here's a curiosity loop. In a few minutes, I'll show you how ignoring employment compliance can create legal issues, even if you only hire one part-time worker. Now let's talk about something very practical. Your business bank account. Once your company is incorporated, you need a corporate bank account to operate professionally. Banks will require incorporation documents, identification of directors and shareholders, proof of address, and a clear explanation of your business activity. Now here's the problem many entrepreneurs face. They assume incorporation automatically guarantees bank account approval. But banks operate under strict compliance rules. If your business model is unclear, or your documentation is inconsistent, your application can be delayed or rejected. Let's make this real. Imagine Alex sets up an online consulting business in Palau. If Alex cannot clearly explain how clients are acquired, how payments are processed, and what services are delivered, the bank may hesitate. So clarity is more important than complexity. Now let's move into compliance and ongoing obligations. After incorporation, your company must remain compliant. This includes maintaining accurate records, updating any changes in directors or shareholders, and filing required reports depending on local regulations. If you fail to comply, your company can be removed from the registry. And restoring it later is often more expensive and time-consuming than maintaining it properly from the start. So consistency matters more than speed. Now let's talk about timeline and cost. Company registration in Palau is generally straightforward if documents are complete. But delays usually happen when information is missing or inconsistent. Costs vary depending on structure, government fees, and whether you use professional assistance. But here's the key insight most people miss. The biggest factor affecting speed is not the government system. It is preparation quality and documentation accuracy. Now let's cover common mistakes. One major mistake is choosing the structure without considering banking requirements. Another is submitting incomplete or inconsistent documents. Another is ignoring tax and employment obligations. And another big one is assuming incorporation alone means you are fully ready to operate globally. And here is the mistake I promised earlier. Many entrepreneurs successfully register their company, but fail at the banking or payment stage because they cannot clearly explain their business model or provide consistent compliance documentation. Even a fully legal company can struggle if it does not pass financial due diligence. So incorporation is only the beginning. Now let's bring everything together. To start a company in Palau, you begin by choosing the right business structure. Then you register and reserve your company name. After that, you prepare incorporation documents and submit them to the business registry. Once approved, you receive your certificate of incorporation. Then you register for tax obligations if required. Comply with labor laws if you hire employees. Open a business bank account with complete documentation. Apply for any required industry licenses. And maintain ongoing compliance through proper record keeping. That is the complete legal roadmap. And here is the most important takeaway. Starting a company is not just about registration. It is about building a structure that supports banking, compliance, and long-term business growth. If you understand the process early, you avoid delays, banking issues, and legal complications later. And now you have a complete step-by-step guide to starting a company in Palau in 2026 with clarity and confidence. If you found this useful, like the video, leave a comment about what type of business you are planning to start, and subscribe because in the next guide, I'll show you how to set up international banking and get your first clients faster, even if you are starting from zero.